What's up, guys? Welcome to our podcast.
She finally realized that it was all mental.
So I kind of want to go into what to actually focus on when you're going through the recruiting process. Starting off with, like, what do coaches normally look for, right? And again, we're not coaches, so we can't say exactly what they look for, but this is from us talking with our previous coaches and to the best of our understanding. Performance matters, but not how you might think. So, and again, it depends coach to coach, school to school, sport to sport, but I would say consistency over flashes of talent, coachability, competitiveness, and body language are probably the most important things. And what it really kind of boils down to is like, do they think you're going to be a good performer, right? Or do you have the potential to grow into a good performer, right? Like execution and talent wise, but is it more consistent versus flashes of talent? Are you actually going to be able to listen to the coaching that they give you? Are they going to be able to teach you, help you grow? Are you going to react well to feedback, right? Coachability. Are you competitive? Like, do you actually want to win? Are you going to put it all out on the line? Are they going to be able to depend on you in tough situations? And kind of along with that is, again, like body language, I think is such a big thing. When you are getting recruited, you don't really want to show that you have a bad attitude, that you get so negative after, when you're handling pressure situations or stressful situations, that you're just going to go off the rail and just lose your head and you're going to be a hothead. Right. So I think those are kind of some things that are important. Again, not saying that like if you don't have the best attitude, you're not going to get recruited. You still will get recruited. But if you want to give yourself a better chance of going to a school that you really want to, like, these are things that you should focus on.
Again, yeah. It obviously, like I was even talking about with the draft, like performance is obviously the majority of it, but I think there are situations where if your personality and your attitude doesn't fit with a team, they might not take you. You know what I mean? And yeah, I also think another thing to add is also versatility, like being able to kind of adapt to the team situation. So like, for example, I went in as sort of a backhand side player in doubles. And so for anyone that doesn't really understand that, you have the do side and you have the ad side. And for righties, the ad side is the backhand side. And so that's what you're playing for a majority of the time. And like that was my best shot. I was fully confident. Like that's what I played in juniors. Did not play the forehand side once when I was in juniors. I get to college and they're like, you're on the forehand side. I was like, what?
Oh.
Well, it's just because like so many of us had a good backhand side, or they were like lefties with a forehand on the forehand. So it was like, well, and so I was kind of stuck. Like I was never comfortable on the forehand side. I was constantly battling with that. I think the only time I played on the backhand side was when I played with you, Anya.
Yeah. Well, so here's the interesting thing. I was mostly a backhand double side player in juniors too. I played the backhand side mostly. Yeah.
I did not know that.
And obviously in college, I literally played the forehand side the entire time except for one time. My freshman year, I played the backhand side. Yeah. So I mean, I would go back and forth a little bit more in juniors, but a lot of the time I was backhand, like with a lot of my doubles partners, I remember, because they had significantly better forehands than I did. Yeah, Peyton and I were the dream team. For me, forehand side, Peyton backhand side. Bring us back.
We were the dream team. Bring it back, man. I was also going to say versatility can work in any sport. Like, yes, it's good to be very, very good at a certain position. And if you can like count on that and be like, I'm going to be the best on this college team. Yeah, that's great. Stick with it. However, I feel like a lot of the times it is very helpful to be versatile because you might have to switch positions in certain
Yeah.
situations. Like you need to be flexible. Like you might have just an absolute superstar happens to be in your position in college. And like, for example, Alistair, my husband, he played college soccer and pretty much his entire college career, he was a center mid. And his senior year, literally his senior year of college, he switched into a right back, and that's what he is now. And now he's playing professionally because of it. So it can be good for good, reasons, and it can very much work out in the end. So I think it's good to have a couple tools in your back pocket to be able to, switch it up if you need to, for sure.
I agree. And also kind of along those same lines, like about 70 to 80% of college athletes were kind of specialized in their one sport by their like call it mid to late teens. But I
Hmm.
think playing different sports like up through high school is really really good for developing different skills,
Yeah.
coordination, reaction, hand eye, foot eye, like
Yeah.
speed, um and that just makes you a better rounded athlete as well. Like,
Yeah. That's a huge, huge, huge thing in sports psychology. And it used to be like a really big debate of like, are you going to sample a lot of sports when you're younger, or are you just going to go straight into this one sport and just hammer it down,
yeah.
from the very beginning? And it's like, now people are like, well, you can transfer your skills from other sports and you won't have as much burnout
Yeah.
if you're constantly playing the same sport over and over and over again since you were 4 years old.
Yeah. I think that's a big point too of like just being able to do something other than the one sport. That's kind of the one thing I wish I had done when I was younger. Played a lot of different sports because I didn't really do that. I did tennis, I did dance, I did piano, and I did art. So,
I mean, you have like a breadth of things. It's not like
yeah.
it's just you did one thing.
Yeah, but I wish it was kind of like I wish I'd done soccer for like foot eye
Yeah.
coordination more, or just like basketball for like being able to react quickly, like jump higher,
Mhm.
things like that. But yeah, I think not specializing in sports can be really really helpful, but you do have to like kind of do it in the right way because obviously like the more time you spend doing another sport is less time you spend developing maybe some of the other aspects of the main sport that you want to do. So, just something to keep
Right.
in mind.
Right.
Um but again, like coaches recruit people, not just your stats. Again, going back to that idea of like effort and attitude, coaches watch even when you think they're not watching, right? Throughout the recruiting
Oh yeah.
process. They're always crawling around at whatever tournament, whatever match.
Crawling
They
around.
are. They're like ants. There's so
They're
many
like
of them there.
stalking you,
Yeah.
like
They are. Like you think you're fine and then you turn around and you see like a coach at the back fence, like under a palm tree, hidden in the shade, watching you. Yeah.
Hey, I have actually seen that is normally the case. I've also seen when I knew one of my friends was committed to a school already and her like future coach was at the tournament. I'm not lying. He literally sits his chair on top of the fence, like right next to the court. I'm like, that is not helping anyone out. Like
Mm-mm.
that, like how much pressure you would feel just like seeing your future college coach just like on top of the fence watching your every move. I was like, why would you do that?
I would be
Why would you do
shaking like
that?
a leaf. Yeah.
Why? Like, are you trying to like test her? Like, what's going on? I thought that was
So
crazy.
bizarre.
But yeah,
Yeah.
normally they're like trying to like be all sneaky. It's
Mhm.
like,
Well, that's the
it's
thing.
so
They
funny.
like they wanna watch even when you think you're not watching. They'll come watch like, for example, this is tennis specific, but,
Yeah.
like, if you're playing in consolation, like, you gotta try in consolation, you gotta have a good attitude.
Yep.
Like, coaches watch when the stakes are low.
Yep.
You need to put in effort even when it feels like it's inconvenient. Because again, it just shows kind of that, like, discipline and that competitive desire and just that character, right? Like,
Mhm.
you don't wanna show that, like, I'm out of the main draw. This this match doesn't matter, so I'm not gonna put in effort." That is a big show of your
A lot of
character to
people
a
do.
coach. Mhm.
Or they even like just pull out of it completely.
Yeah. I
And
was
if you
never
get
allowed to
like the
pull out of it
reputation,
unless I was
yeah,
injured. Yeah.
right. if you get the reputation of like pulling out of consolation matches, that does not look great in my opinion. Like if you can make a run in the back draw or even like win the back draw, that's big because
Oh,
you're
yeah.
still playing very good players.
Yep. And it
And you're
almost shows,
actually
like, that resilience and, like,
yeah.
ability to bounce back from loss.
Yeah, 100%. Um and I think that goes hand in hand with like how you act if you're benched basically or how intense you're going to be at practice even if you're not in the starting lineup.
Mhm.
Um what you're doing in the off season. So it's a lot of like little things that you don't really probably think about that actually do matter quite a bit.
Yep. 100% agree. What would you say are some things that, like, attitude-wise you 100%, like, should not do?
Um, I kind of went into a little bit of it of the red flag in the draft is like blaming other people.
Yeah.
I think that like if you're out there and if you like get off a court and you lose and you're like talking to a like college coach and you're like blaming your now coach or something, or if it's
The
doubles and you're
umpire.
blaming your partner, it's
Mhm.
like, come on now, like, we can't be doing that. Um, or if you're like, on more of a team sport and you're blaming like the rest of your team, it's like doesn't look great. But I think also just like acting like an idiot and being really frustrated and just like, for example, in tennis, like slamming your racket or just like completely slumping your shoulders or like screaming, but also like cheating. That's
Mhm.
really not a
Although,
great idea.
again, some coaches don't care about it.
Correct.
'Cause,
That is
like we talked about
correct.
in I don't remember what episode it was, but there are some people who are just, like, notorious cheaters, get known for being cheated, and they somehow got recruited, so
Yeah. Yeah, which I mean, eventually maybe coaches think like, "Oh, there's refs, so like it'll get better." They're like,
okay.
"I don't need." But like, hold on, like let's dive a little deeper into the cheating. Let's look at more so of okay, that person's comfortable with cheating on the court, like in a public like situation. How do you think they are behind closed doors and on a team and things like you know what I mean? Like, let's
What
look
does
at,
that
like, the
say about their
individual.
character? Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. Like, it's not maybe the actual like, I guess it is the actual action of cheating, but, I mean, it takes a certain person to do that, so,
Yeah.
at the end
Yeah.
of the day, that can get a little tricky.
Make sure that you maintain a positive attitude during this really, really stressful time. I know it can be really hard to get down on yourself if you're not feeling like you're progressing as much throughout the process, if you feel like your results aren't as good as they are, maybe due to the pressure that you're feeling, but also just continue like developing the skills that you need to develop in order to be successful at a higher level in college and communicate with the coaches. Talk with them and be like, hey, like, you know, what do you want me to focus on? What do you want me to do to develop in order for me to have a chance to be on your team or in order for me to be successful in college? And remember that academics still matter. Again, it's different person to person, but I do have to say, like, academics still matter. Again, only 2% of college athletes go pro. So please have a plan for what you're going to do after college and don't just completely shirk the academic portion of it, and really pick a fit that's good for you.
Personally, I'd really love to get into visits, recruiting visits.
Mhm.
'Cause I think we have a lot of stories and, maybe some advice on things, what not to do and what to do.
Yeah.
Um, and it's going to vary obviously by school and by program, things like that. But I I talked about this a little bit earlier, but I always felt like I was a like smaller person every time that I talked to like someone of a who was kind of in an authority figure position, like a coach, during these processes. And I wish I would have asked more questions on my visit that would have helped me understand more about like their kind of philosophies and things like that when I'm on the visit rather than just like listening to them talk. You know what I mean? Like I wish I was a little bit more proactive and like confident and be like, okay, like you said, you can ask coaches certain things like, what do you want me to do now to like improve and get better before I actually get here? Or I think it'd be really important to ask, like, what's your coaching philosophy? Or like,
Mm,
if you're on a team sport or something like that, like, what's your like game strategy? Like, how does that fit into my game versus what you want out of your team? Or things like, how do you foster team culture, or what is your team culture? What are the aspects that are important to you guys? Because I think that tells a lot about a coach in a program, and you're actually like actively asking about it, which I think they would also be impressed by. They'd be like, "Oh, like this person's actually like interested in kind of the intricacies of our program." And so, yeah, that's one thing that I wish I would have kind of gone into a little bit more in my visits, but
yeah. And I
yeah.
also wish I'd asked like the people already on the team, because you do get interactions with the current like players on the team, a little bit more about the coaches as well. I feel like I asked them a lot of questions about the school, but maybe not the coaching
Mhm.
staff. And
Mhm.
that's like kind of a tricky situation because you never know like if they're gonna tell you the full truth or not, right?
Yeah.
Like that video you sent me the other day about
Yeah.
the girl, like someone trying to give you a signal to not come to the
Come to the
school. It's like,
school.
yeah, the coaches, they're great. Oh, you're looking at these other schools. There's a really, really good
Those
schools.
are
Like you
really,
should
really good
really go look at
schools.
the schools.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I wish I'd asked the actual team members like what like how candidly they can answer, but
Yeah.
like more about the coaching, what the practice
Mhm.
schedules look like, what happens when they have a bad loss, right? Like
Right.
how do you guys handle lineup changes, like things like that.
Mhm.
So,
I'd literally be like, "Yo, be honest with me." Like,
yeah.
be honest with me, like, be straight up.
Yeah.
Because let's be completely real, everyone is gonna be on their absolute best behavior on these visits. Like,
Oh
that is,
yeah.
like, number 1 that coaches are like, "You need to show them a good time." Like, make sure you go do this, like, make sure you show them that. So take everything with a grain of salt. Like, it's not not everything is as it seems. Um, I remember Alistair was telling me a story when he was getting recruited by St. John's because he went there before he went to Wake Forest. And he like flew down. They put him in like this really nice hotel overlooking Times Square, like in the city. And then the next day, they actually take him to like the university and they drive him to Queens. And he's like, "Oh, like this is not even in like this is barely in the same state. Like this is not." So it's like things like that. Like people are going to try to make everything seem just like rainbows and butterflies, which yeah, fair enough. Like everyone's going to try and market themselves well, but I think you just need to have in the back of your mind like this is not 100%
Right.
realistic, you know?
Exactly. I completely agree.
Yeah.
Um some things not to do on your visit as a player. Peyton, you want to go ahead with this one?
So this was a crazy one, y'all. There was this girl, not gonna call her out, trust me.
Mhm.
But as like freshmen or sophomores, we would normally have to host recruits when they came on their unofficial or official visits. And so like everything was going like pretty fine at the beginning. Like there was nothing wrong with the girl. Like she was pretty chill. And then we meet up with her later and she just has this shirt that just has like an expletive on it, like just like fully across the shirt. And I
Mhm.
remember our coach's face. Literally he made it like so it wasn't awkward. I mean, it still was, but he made
Mhm.
it to where he was trying to be like cool with it. And he was like, "Oh, nice shirt." I also remember literally like that night, he was like, "Yep, that was it." And she was like,
Cuz like
no more recruiting for her.
why okay, Why
Why?
why would you
Why?
even bring that shirt on the trip, first of all? Second of all, even if you
Literally.
packed it, why would you deliberately choose to put that shirt on
I
in
don't
front
know.
of, like, a coaching staff? Oh my god, yeah, that was so
Even
bizarre.
as, like, a teammate, I would just be like, "What are you doing? Like, what are
Yeah,
you doing?"
yeah,
That was weird. But
yeah,
yeah, it was pretty much like, "All right, we're done." Like, that's just weird and disrespectful, sort of. So,
yeah.
yeah, that was a weird one.
I remember I was once hosting a girl, and I was hosting a girl, and I think you were hosting a girl too. But this was when we weren't living together, or maybe Savvy was
Mhm.
hosting a girl. But
Oh, okay, yeah.
so everyone was like that night, I think we were all gonna like go get dinner and then go, I don't know, watch a movie or something together. Just like show the recruits a good time. And she literally just like was not having any of it. I don't know if she wasn't liking the school. I don't know if she wasn't liking us, but literally like to the point where she told me she didn't like want to go to dinner, didn't want to go to the movie. So I was like,
I
"Okay,
remember
that's
that.
fine. I'll hang out with you back in our dorm."
Mhm.
And so, I'm like, "Okay, what do you want to do?" She's like, "I guess we could watch something on your computer." I was like, "You want to watch something on my computer?" She's like, "Sure." I pay for Black Panther because it wasn't on any like, I had to pay to rent it. It wasn't anywhere
Uh-huh.
free at that point. We watched 10 minutes of it, and then she, like, turns her back and says she's just gonna go to sleep. It was, like, 9 p.m. I don't know if she was
That is
tired,
weird.
and, yeah, apparently everyone else had a fantastic night that night, like, had so much fun with the other recruit. Meanwhile, I was sitting there in the
Like,
dark.
I understand. Okay, let's be honest. On visits, a lot of the time you're gonna go out and party and have
Yeah.
fun. That's just a part of college. Um, but if you don't want to do that, that is
That's
completely
totally
fine. Like
fine.
people are not
Yeah.
gonna peer pressure you into that. You can do other things, like for example, go watch a movie or just go hang out in dorms. Like it's fun to just go and like meet people and hang out and see what college is really about. But if you're literally not even gonna give your uh, could be future teammate the time of day, come on now. Like, why are you?
Yeah.
You
Like,
can't act like
it was just, like, you weren't even, like, trying to give us a chance, you
right.
know? Like, and again, like, we don't have to go and do whatever, but, like, you didn't even
Yeah,
wanna spend time, like, with me, like, your host.
that's just odd.
She, like, barely spoke
That's
to
just
us, like, all night. I'm like, "Why are you even here on this visit then?"
like you're wasting people's time,
You
and it's just
know?
rude. I don't understand
Yeah.
that. I really
So
don't.
that was an interesting one.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I actually really enjoyed my visits pretty much everywhere I went. Like I remember South Carolina was super super fun. Um went to Alabama, like went on the football field. That
Oh,
was
that's cool.
cool. Their stadium's sick. Obviously their football team's amazing. Um there was one school which was really weird. Like I'm not gonna say who it was, but I had gone on kind of like an unofficial visit there and they like showed me around like the tennis courts. Like it's not like I stayed over with the team or anything like that. Like I just kind of looked around campus and I was already familiar with it. Um, and then a couple months later, I was I was texting, I think, like the assistant coach, and I was like, hey, like I'm gonna be in the area. Like, can I come over and like do a visit and while I'm over there? And they were fully like, "Yeah, yeah, we'll see you, like, when you come around," and I was expecting it to be, like, a full-on visit, you know what I mean? And they, like,
Mhm.
fully responded, like, positively to my text message.
Mhm.
I get there, and, like, my parents are with me, like, my brother's there, and I go up to, like, the coach, they're all, like, practicing outside, and I go up to her, like, say hello and everything like that. She's like, "All right, yeah, well, like, enjoy your time here. See ya. Let me know if you need anything." I genuinely, Anya, I was like, "Wait." I was like,
Is
"What
this
just
not a
happened?"
visit?
And they, like, low-key just ghosted me after that. I have never experiencing anything like, and I have a feeling you know who I'm talking about, but
Yeah.
I was like, "What just happened?" But we ended up no, I'm not gonna say that. No, no.
So I think is this the like I had an experience with that school too? Okay.
Correct.
Correct. Yeah. So this school I won't say who it is either, but I also got recruited by this school. Um,
Correct.
and you know, it was really bizarre because I really liked the school. Like again,
Loved
I
it.
went on an unofficial as well. Like didn't stay over. It was great. Um, really really liked it. On the visit, they were or on the unofficial, they were like, "You are our number one choice. Like you're our number one recruit," which I think they told you too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were like, "Yeah, just like waiting for your SAT scores to come back, and like we'll move forward with the process like once we get those." So like I was like,
Uh-huh.
"Oh my god, get a good SAT, done deal." I got a great SAT score. I text this coach. I'm like, "Hey, this was my SAT score. I'm gonna send it over to you." Blah 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 blah. Like,
Mhm.
so excited. Yada yada. Like no response for a while, and I'm just like, "What is
Weird.
going on? Like what?"
Weird.
Because they literally told me I was their number one choice, and I was like, I really like the school, and yeah, finally get back to me like a couple days later, and they're like, "Oh yeah, sorry, like I don't even remember how they phrased it, but it was basically like, yeah, we're not offering you a spot, like, or like we'll keep you in the back of our mind, but like we have a bunch of other recruits that we're looking at right now." And I was like, "Huh?"
And oh, it was
It was.
weird
I
because
mean, I'm
then
glad I didn't go there, obviously.
same. That was a lot of fun talking about, our own recruiting stories. Again, there's no single right path to getting recruited. Everyone does it differently and everyone's going to have a different experience. Don't get too focused on other people's experiences, especially with social media nowadays. There's no need to rush the process. Don't feel like you're behind and have fun with it. Like being recruited is fun, going on visits is fun, and it's a long game, but at the end of the day, it's something that you need to go through and it's leading to something great. And yeah, if you guys have any recruiting stories or have any questions for us or want to hear about a little bit more about our times during recruiting and our visits and things like that, or if you have any questions about how to choose a school or what are red flags that you're looking for when you're looking at a school, feel free to shoot us a DM. We're happy to have a chat. So thanks for listening and we'll see you next week.